Hey guys, happy Friday. It's operations time again over here. Yeah, it's been kind of quick. Oh, we just had one like on Monday, right? Well, that's because I missed last Friday. But anyway, I'm here this Friday and we're going to just continue where we left off here. We had this local that we ran out here to Westpac in Orange, California. Did a little bit of switching right there. We're coming back with 3 cars, so let me put the sound back on and we shall continue on over here. Hope everybody had a good week so far. I guess it's, what is it, Labor Day weekend, I think? Yeah, I might be totally wrong on this. I'm so bad at dates and holidays. And since, well, I don't labor anymore. Every day's the same for me. All right, we're gonna get running out here. Like I said, we're gonna follow this train all the way back into the yard. We'll drop these cars off on our hauler, and then maybe get the hauler out of the way. I don't know. We'll see what happens, and then maybe do a little bit of yard work over here. Now I think all my turnouts are good over there. Yep, they look like it. All right, let's pop inside, and we'll watch this guy go around. Got a honk for the weirdos under the bridge. Now I had some really good horses. We got a honk for the horses. I had some really good responses or comments, on the last video there where I was talking about, kind of the summer slowdown and stuff like that. And yeah, I think it's just a YouTube thing. It's just a people thing, Everybody kind of, isn't stuck on their computers watching stuff. They're out having fun in the nice weather, I guess. And I think that was the general consensus. And I kind of like doing it here for, the model railroad anyway, because you can kind of get a little bit burnt out if you're just doing the same thing over and over again. Or, well, I shouldn't say that, because we run all sorts of different local operations here and stuff like that. I think just working on the railroad constantly, you got to that's what I mean, working on the layout constantly, whether it's running operations or just doing scenery or stuff. It's kind of good to give yourself a little bit of a break, go do something else, and you come back with a little fresh perspective, a little bit more invigorated and enthusiastic and that kind of thing, All right, let's pop over here. We'll get our bridge down here, and then while you watch him run into the layout here, I'm going to make sure my track is set up and my turnout's right. There we go. Yeah, see, someday I'm going to finish this these little hills right here. I even have like plaster cloth and everything I need to finish this stuff up, but it's it's a slow process over here. Which kind of leads me over to maybe something else we can talk about here. What type of layout construction person are you? Are you one of those perfectionists that just wants to get everything done perfect? Or are you a little bit more like me where I kind of just, I get it good enough, and then kind of move on to something else. I see a lot of other guys that they'll be working on something and they kind of say they just take a break and they go and they work on something else without finishing the first thing. I think that's the way I am. I don't know, how about you guys? Do you just work on one little thing until it's completely done, or do you kind of hop around to different tasks on the layout? That's the way I am. That's why I have one light pole here, because I have several light poles. I just got one working, and well, you know, and then we move on to something else. We'll come back to that and get the rest of the light bulbs done later. Or my mountains back there coming into the yard. Let's see here. That, and that looks good. So let's see here. I gotta go that way. Yep, I got my turnout set here, because what we're gonna do as we pull through here, so this train right here is the hauler, or that's the outbound hauler. We got to get all these cars kind of tagged onto the back of this thing a little bit and get them out of the way. And as you can see, we don't have a lot of space here. We're going to be running back out into the you know, main line. Hopefully I got my turnouts right and didn't screw them up. But yeah, that's the way I am. Always something to do, right? Like, I still got to do this right there. I got to kind of, you know, fix up the track here, do a little bit more scenery work. You know, my little white mountains over there, my Santa Ana River Bridge here, I still got to work on that. There's always something to work on. And, you know, maybe it's just a kind of personality thing, you know. Sometimes I see other guys that are just sort of, they start a task and they just keep on going, right? And they just finish it all up. Let me see here. I gotta go that way and this way. And, you know, they go start to finish and they get that one thing done, and then they move on to the next thing, which I guess sometimes I do that too. But for the most part, especially with a model railroad layout, there's so many different things to do that I kind of want to bring them all up to a certain, at least, you know, acceptable level. Acceptable in my mind. Like, you know, a bunch of styrofoam for mountains isn't quite acceptable, but it's acceptable in my head, you know? I'll get to that in a little bit, you know, kind of thing. At least in my head, I don't see the white styrofoam mountains. I see the finished product, you know? I see the sort of rolling hills with some shrubbery on there, you know? And so for me, that's okay. And now I'll get back to that, you know, at a later date. Ooh, I think we gotta just push it just a little bit more. There we go, got it. All right, now then, we're gonna pull forward just a little bit just to stretch it out right there by the locomotives. I'm gonna put this down, grab a skewer. We're going to disconnect our locomotives here, and we'll pull forward just a little bit, and then I think, there we go, perfect. Alright, we'll pull forward, and right there is good. Now I'm going to switch the track, because since, like, well, we're talking about stuff that just isn't finished, my staging, you know. My staging is planned. It's going to go in that corner, right back there behind that big tree. We're going to go through the background and then have a track with staging back here. But we haven't got that yet. So what I do is I run trains all the way around here and then down along the main line, which is this track right here in the foreground right here. And I just kind of park the train right over here, which is what we're going to do next. So we're going to leave our local back there running, and I guess I could silence them down here so we don't have too much noise. There we go. And we're going to get our hauler fired up over here. That's the BNSF locomotives there, the -9 and the UP -9 behind it. I'll get my track set here, and what we're going to do, we'll get the lights all on. All right, there we go. And we'll get moving out of here. And as you old timers know, that BNSF one is just a dummy. So I basically disconnected the the motor leads, took the worm drives out, and so he's just a little stand-in there. The real power in this little consist here is that UP 9710. All right, we're going to pull out here, and then we'll come back. We'll grab our line of cars that are going to be going outbound, and we will let them depart the yard, get out of our way. And then we can get to doing a little bit of sorting of cars in the yard here. All right, right there is good. Ooh, it's hard doing this with only two hands. All right, there we go. Let me swing around this way. Ooh, that sucker sounds nice, huh? Let's turn him up a little bit. Putting the camera on all the bushes and everything over here. Woo, sorry about that. Blew everybody's eardrums out. All right, I'll quiet him down just a little bit. So we're going to pull forward here, grab our... Ooh, what happened there? Did we run out of power? Did we get a dead spot? Oh boy. Let's see. That was weird. Time to clean that turnout, I guess, huh? Ooh, right there's good. Right there is good. And that's what happens when you only run trains once a week, you know. Stuff gets dirty like that, but that's reality model railroading. Now let's just come back here, make sure we didn't push back into our local right there. That looks good. All right. Lights, well, I'll do it this way. Got better lighting this way, I think. I get to sip my coffee too. Okay, so off we go. Ooh, it'd be nice to get all this stuff out of the yard. That leaves us only 5 cars there on the other track. To kind of sort out right there. So maybe we'll do a little dice rolling and kind of figure out where they go. We'll see how far we get with it. You know how I work over here. I just kind of go about 25 minutes or so until my camera says it's time to take a break, and that's where we cut the video here. But there we go, running out. Now we'll kind of do a little bit of a double duty right here. So while the local is running out, or local, I mean the hauler is running out there and heading all the way around to the main line here. We'll see him again as he comes around here and parks in our pseudo staging area here. And let's take a look. We got 3 box cars here and 2 tankers. Now, for all of you new people right here, let me kind of show you this, like that in the light there. So here's all my industries basically listed out, and all of the different spots for each industry. You can see they're kind of broken down into different sections right there. But basically, every industry has got a number. So for instance, Titan Transfer here, that's number 2. And you can see we've got 6 car spots in there. Now what we do is we roll a dice right here. And since I got 18 different things, I got a 20-sided dice. I just roll until something makes sense, right? So for instance, we're going to do that. And keep an eye on our hauler right there. I'm going to put my controller down here and hopefully not drop it. But here's how this works. So we'll actually go back over here. We'll start with this one right here. This BN 377 cushion service box car here. Let's see where that car can go. So we get our dice, we roll it, and we got an 8. So industry 8 is Sanford and Son. Now here's what I do. I have them sort of marked off over here as to what type of cars that industry can get. And G for gondolas and B for box cars, there we go, we're good. That's a box car. So that first car right there is going to be marked for going to Sanford and Son Salvage. And then I go down the line, I write all that stuff down, usually on a little clipboard right here, figure it out, and then we figure out what different locations and how we can split these 5 cars up. Maybe it'll be just one local, maybe it'll be 2 or even 3 locals, right? All right, here comes our hauler, and I've got the track all set up here so that he runs down onto the main line. Hopefully we don't have any more problems here. Looking nice here. Let's have something nice in the background to look at. Here we go. Now, sometimes when I'm working in the yard over here, the reason I have this kind of loop here too, you can always look at my track plan, by the way. It's in the community tab. If you go to YouTube on my page, you go to my page, and then up at the top there, or towards the top, is the community sort of tab. You go in there and there's posts in there, and I have my track plan all posted up over there, so you can kind of take a look at it. But I have this little loop that runs around here that I kind of call the main line here, and currently call it staging also. I'm going to go ahead and shut this guy down. That's it. You can see he's all over here. But what I was going to say is a lot of times it's kind of nice to have this guy running all the way around in a loop while we work the yard. So it kind of has just 2 trains running at once sort of thing. All right. That's the way that works. Now let's jump back into our local over here. Now we're gonna run him down and park him. So let me just make sure all the turnouts are set. There we go. Brakes off. And we'll see how far we get here. I can tell just by my battery indicator too, kind of how long I've been going. Usually, what's it got? 1, 2, 3, 4 little, tick marks there on the battery. And we're down to 3, which means we're getting close. We're getting close to our 20-minute, 25-minute mark over here. But hey, that's just the way we go over here. Just we go until we go. And then we pick up next week. Now, let's see here. All the guys are still hanging out over here. Even the new guy is still trying to get into the porta-john there. So I don't know who's running this train right here. We'll find out. Not really, but once it gets a little bit cooler here in Southern California, we can kind of, pick up speed here towards the fall on the layout, and we'll be able to get out here in the garage and do a little bit more detailed kind of operations work. Here, we're going to park it right there. We'll get the lights on. We'll shut him down. Ooh, looking good. All right. Now, while he shuts down, let me put the camera down here. We shall get. We're going to kind of do this on the fly until I run out of juice on my camera there, or it overheats. So let me go ahead and quiet him down. I think we're going to quiet down the hauler over here too. There we go. We're going to fire up the yard consist sitting back there. That's a graffitied up GP15 and what is that? GP39, 40? I can't remember. All right, we'll get them rolling here. And we'll start. We'll actually get started at least on splitting these 5 cars up. All right, there we go. All fired up. Brakes off. Let's get out of the way over here. And you know what? There we go. We got the lights on. There we go. Let's get the little flashers on, and we shall say that we got Mr. Torres right there, and Mr. Stanford. We'll put him back there. And you can't see Mr. Torres. There he is, right there. And Mr. Stanford all the way back there. Mr. Torres is running this thing remote control. And Mr. Sanford's going to be running over there, breaking down the cars there, disconnecting them. We got to get the guys back into the swing of things over here, you know? They've been kind of just sitting there collecting dust. Anyway, what I was saying is it'll be nice when it gets a little bit cooler in the garage, and we kind of get back into the swing of working on the layout a little bit more, doing a couple more videos a week and stuff, other than just the Friday video. Let's see here. I need a skewer. What do I do with my skewers? Every time I come out here, I at least try to position a number of skewers all over the place, and I usually a little bit more there, Engineer Torres, I should say. And then in the course of doing things, I kind of lose my skewers all over the layout. All right, so we're going to run in here. We'll grab this line of cars right there. And I'm not going to keep track of it right now. We're just going to kind of roll the dice and just sort of split it up as we go. So, right there, banged, as Burr would say. So let's see here. We got, is this the track? Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to see if we can divvy this up into 2 trains. I don't know. We'll see how it works out. But we're going to pull the whole thing out over here, and I'm going to use, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. We're on track 4. 5 and 6. 5 and 6, we're going to try to put the track, or the cars on those 2 tracks right there. Because this track right here is sort of the arrival track. It's the longest track through the yard right here. Right through the center of the yard. So I was thinking about leaving that first little light blue car right here, but no, we're going to put them on one of the other 2 tracks there. And then we'll roll, once we get on one of those tracks, we'll roll back down there. I know this is going to be kind of a weird shot, but at least you can see something here. What was I talking about? I always lose my train of thought here. Yeah, we're gonna kind of do this on the fly. So there. We'll drop this guy off, and then we're gonna roll for the next car, right? And see where he's going, because he might just be going to the same sort of general location. All right, so we're gonna roll my dice over here for our little pink car right here, and I get Industry 20, which we don't have. We only have 19. So roll again. Number 4, which is athearn. Okay. Now athearn is an industry that I have as we slow up over here, all the way back there behind the pine trees, or behind the trees there underneath the Gadsden flag there. So that's, yeah, we know what, we could probably just leave those 2 guys together. Let's do that. So we'll stop right here. Now before I disconnect it, since this guy is going to an industry along with this guy, we got to figure out the next guy over here. So let's roll the dice again. I get 11, which is soundtracks, which is another industry on my layout, but it's in a kind of totally different spot. So that one's kind of towards Huntington Beach. So I'm gonna just disconnect this guy, and we'll put the UP brown boxcar on the next track there, because they won't be going together on the same local. And then we got 2 tank cars, so those will probably be easy because, you know, there's not a lot of, well, there actually probably is. There's a lot of industries that can take the tank cars. Right there is good. Let's back it up. Now, while I'm backing it up here, I'm going to go ahead and roll for the next tank car right there. Let's see what I get. Industry 11, which is soundtracks again, but unfortunately they don't get tank cars. At least that's the way I'm running it. 10. That's SoCal Oil. All right, so that is cool. Let me think about that. Soundtracks actually said it would stay the same because they're kind of going to the same spot. And then so these two are going to stay together. We'll roll for the final tank car right here. Industry 10 again, SoCal Oil. 2 of them. Go figure. Perfect. I swear it came up twice. So that's it right there. We got our cars split off. We'll cut it right there. That was easy enough, but that's just an easy way of sort of divvying up your cars too. Now then, let's get our hauler right here put away, and Mr. Torres and Mr. Sanford can get back to hanging out over there with Benjamin and Engineer Rick and the new guy, and we can call this video done. I think it's a little bit cooler here in SoCal. We've had a couple nice days here. You know, we get the marine layer coming up from the coast, and it's just been nice overcast, a little bit of fogginess in the very early morning. So I think my camera's running a little bit cooler here actually, but just now as I'm saying that, it just said it's getting hot. Time to cut the video. Alright, now I'm going to go put my skewers up on top of here. This is usually what I do, is just kind of keep them up on here for now. We'll park this guy right over there. A little bit farther there, Mr. Torres. Ooh, right there. We'll go ahead and shut them down. Guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Another Friday ops video over here. We got a lot done. We got the local run in, we got the hauler run out, we got the cars classified over here for the next 2 locals, and you'll be seeing these 2 guys rolling out on their way if I can remember where all the cars go. Anyway, guys, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button. If you made it this far and you're not subscribed, well, you just subscribe. And yeah, you won't miss any of these videos that I do, at least once a week. And coming up into the fall and winter a little bit more, we'll add some more videos to the mix here once it gets a little bit more comfortable here in SoCal, which is what I was talking about. Guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Take care. See you in the next video.